if you're working with high-level voice AI assistants, any type of AI assistants or automations, then this video is going to be super valuable for you. See, Highlevel has recently made an amazing update with a Get Custom API response in their voice AI modules. By the end of this video, I'll show you how it works and how you can connect Highlevel's voice AI assistants to N8N to check up things, run tasks, and actually have unlimited capability. This is massive in regards for Highlevel, really good for anyone running a business to actually add extra functions to it. So I hope you like this, hope you enjoy it. Go through, it's this long, slow video, and I'll go through checking up a database or Excel sheet and actually sending a custom email with a different tools and different functions. So you are going to enjoy this. It's going to be super valuable, and let's just get into this. All right, so this is going to be my best understanding of the recent high-level updates wherein the voice AI agent, you can actually do GET request. Now, post requests have been there for a while, so you're able to do separate actions where you post a webhook and get some more things from it. And that kind of worked great in a way if you wanted to have outside kind of workflows to it. But Highlevel already has a bunch of really good workflows inside of it, and that's all good and well. However, what makes the GET request so important is that you'll actually be able to get information back. Now, they have added the whole calendar system booking function in there. If that wasn't in there, that is something you could actually build out with the GET request. But today we're just going to look at some basic stuff, and it's just going to be able to look up some orders, right? So what I've gone and done is I've just come to Google Sheets, and I'll just open the Sheets in here. And again, I'm only going to use Sheets here, but you'll see at the end of the day, you'll be able to look up anything because we're going to integrate N8 into it, and we are going to add a bunch of things to it. So I'll just quickly show you the Google Sheets and then the actual idea around it. But again, the applications now is endless because this can be for Airtable, this can literally be for anything, SQL databases. If you're going to build full RAG type systems in it, you can. The possibilities endless. I'm just going to show you the way it kind of works and my understanding of it, and I'm sure Highlevel is going to bring out better training later on. But all I have here is a mock product list, and all it says, let's see if I can zoom in. And all it just says is you got your product number, what it is, and if it's shipped or not. Okay, so this, you can use this for example on anything. So if someone wants to call up their order number, see what they're shipping as, all of this is a way that we go and search a column or data for something and get some data back. Okay, so we are going to do this by integrating N8N to it. Now, if you don't know what N8N is, it's really probably one of the best automation tools in there. And again, you can use other API and other options to it, but we're going to use the Webflow function in it. And you can look up N8N and how to get it. However, I actually show you how you can get this for $3 a month. It's on my YouTube as well. You just got to see super cheap self-hosting N8N service, and you can like legit get N8N for $3 a month. It's super easy. But we're going to use N8N and we're going to use the voice AI system. So let's go, build this out from start. So I'm just going to say create a new workflow in N8N. So we'll do N8N first so we can actually get the webhooks. So webhooks are just actual data points, website addresses that we're going to send some information to, and we're just expecting some sort of information back from it. And that's where we just need to format things a bit right. And I'll show you the pitfalls I had last night with this. Is banging my head for about an hour, and then they're like, oh, actually. But anyway, we are gonna come. You're gonna come to the plus button. You are gonna create webhook, and this is what it brings up. Okay, this is the N8N version of it. Yes, I'm sure you can do this in make.com. I'm just not a big Make fan. Because of this AI agent in here, you'll see the trick is really a really good trick in here. But if you're going to build something out static, then that is fine as well. So it's going to be get, because we're using get, and you can see we have posts, the headers, and so on. But we're just going to hit this and just leave this open for now, because we'll need this soon. So you're going to come over to your AI agent and voice AI agent, and we're literally just going to build a new one, and I'm going to wipe everything. You'll see. So we're only going to build out this custom action to test this with. So I'm just going to hit next in here. And can we collapse this? Just move this up a little bit this way. So it's a bit more information through in here. So I'm just recording on 2 screens at the moment. So agent goals, we're going to switch to advanced. Don't worry about all of this. We will do this soon, but for now we're just going to clear this out, delete this, and just have a placeholder. Now, actions. No actions created. So this is where a bit of change is coming from them. And by far, they are the experts at this. Yeah, I've not seen any training yet on it. So you're going to create a new action, and in here down the bottom, custom actions in beta version. So click that one. So action name. So it says in there, these are things we're gonna call it. Then we're gonna tell it what all the custom actions are and what we need to extract for it. So so this is gonna be a product test, or a product update. So if it's gonna be for shipping your food, whatever. So all I'm gonna say is product name. So this is gonna be, or what's our action gonna be called? It's gonna be check product status. Okay. When should this custom action take place? So when a caller asks for the update on the order, you will ask them what and we're going to repeat this a little bit later on, order number is. You will then run this tool. All right. What do you say before executing the tool? Please hold. Let me check the status of your order. Okay. So when is it going to happen? And what should it say while it does it? Because it doesn't happen instantly. Okay. It's not an instant thing. It's not going to go straight away. It's going to go through, do some processing and do some stuff with it. So we are going to hit the get one. So the post one is okay, it works, but we don't get data back. Where else the get one is going to give us the ability to get data back. So we're going to come back through here. We're going to copy this. Now, if you don't know N8N, this is going to be your test URL while we're testing it. When we go to production, you've got to change the URL, but for now, test is going to be good enough. That's what we want. We'll come through in here, and I'm going to hit the paste value in here. And now, trip me up this today as well. If you come here and you hit the paste value, it actually fixes the URL, does it? No, it doesn't. All right, see in here, keep bumping my head in here, but when you actually paste the full URL, it adds double HTTPS in here. Delete that out. Maybe it's something Highlevel can fix or get rid of. I don't know. So headers. Now, if you're going to do authentication, you can do headers. You should probably set up authentication. We have to make sure for webhook cases that the password token that we have matches the other token, but that's beyond the scope. Don't have to worry about it for this. We can actually just delete this. This just means that anyone's going to make a request here is going to get your data, so be careful with that. So what do we want to get from here? So we're gonna or what do we want to send? Sorry, what are we going to send? We obviously need to send a product number of some sort. So the AI and automation can get the number up. So like kind of the name extraction in it, we need to extract the product number or order. Sorry, we're going to go with order or the order number. And we're just going to say what to collect. The order number the person gives. Now, I thought there might be number in here, but there's not. So we're going to keep it string. And we're just going to give, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be a number. Okay. So, in fact, let's keep it the same as this 1001. Now, before you hit the test button, we're going to come over here. We're going to say, listen to this. It's going to listen. And we're going to hit the test button in here. So it has tested and extracted the value order of 1001. So we're going to hit the initialize action. And you'll see you'll get a couple of things back here. Now, if you've done webhooks, you're going to get very confused here because you kind of get the first part of the JSON back, but you don't get the actual JSON value back. Now, if this is above your head, then don't worry about it. This just means that, for example, here we say order has the value of 1001. Then it comes back and says resulted message has a message of some sort, but we don't know what it is in here. So this gets very frustrating. It would be good if we get it back, but it shows that we get a variable back. Okay. Don't worry about anything. We're going to edit this. We're going to go to the next step. We're going to come back in here. And this is what I mean. So we get all this information back. Now, this is what I mean by it is going to be a value. It's going to be a name and a value. Okay. So we can scroll down here. And I'll just zoom this one out for a second in here. No, sorry, no, you should be able to see, hopefully. You can see order and 1001. So that's our query parameter that Highlevel has sent us. So this is great. So this is where the big difference from the get authentication, get module comes from, is that we can get the data and it actually sends data back. We just don't know what it is yet. We haven't actually made anything about that. That is fine. We will get there. You'll see what I mean soon. We are going to use this now to edit things. So now the easy and fun part. So we're going to come through here, and this is what I mean, what makes N8N a lot better. So let me just quickly need to take a sip of drink. Sorry about that. So I'm going to click the add button. I'm going to say agent. And I hit this in here. Now, it just adds this module in here, and it means we're going to build out a specific AI agent that can do a bunch of things, a bunch of tools to it, and you'll see how this works. So first thing we're just going to do is we're going to give it some memory, and now later on, we'll get back to all those. Don't worry about any of those. It just means that our AI agent here is going to have actual memory, and we'll be able to map the incoming calling number to that memory. So while it talks, it knows that it can refer back to things, and it works really well. However, I think in this one, because we're doing a web call, we should be able, might just remix it initially for the caller number, and you'll see what I mean. It's all going to get built out soon. I just wanted to have a bit of memory so it remembers when we chat to it multiple times. So we're going to use an OpenAI model, and our OpenAI model is going to be GPT-4o mini. Now you need to go get yourself a OpenAI key. No, you don't pay for ChatGPT monthly subscriptions. This is a once-off payment. You put credit on there and you use credit, and they give you an API key, which you fill into N8N. This is not part of the tutorial, but you need a paid API key for little usage. You won't even see this in the big scheme of things in there. So that's just how the AI module works in here. And then all we're going to say in here is we're going to come to a sheet, and this is great. So tools, we can now hook up anything. We can PostgreSQL's Superbase. There is Airtable. I mean, there's so many extra things we can now hook up to it, and we'll see. I'll give it a try at the end. Let me just do this one, and then we'll see what else we can add. We maybe try add an email functionality to it. Okay. So you can actually tell it to email it. Goes a bit off the point because you kind of have workflows, so don't double up on things that Highlevel can already do. But here we go, Google Sheet. Anyway, so you need to add your Google account to N8N. It's really easy. You're going to come in here, you're going to click on Google, create your Google Sheet account, connects it and shows it's connected. Awesome. Then it's just a matter of selecting your sheets. And here, and it's going to be product test. We are going to say sheet 1. So product test, sheet 1, and we're going to add a filter, and we are going to look up the order number, and this is the trick. N8N, you're awesome. We're just going to say this should filter it from here. Okay, so just let the AI model decide what to put in here. So what does that mean? Okay, so all that means, and the best summary is that this webhook is going to send that number to our AI assistant, and it's going to know to take that number and put it in here, filter it through, and once it filters by the number for the column or order numbers, it's going to display everything from there. Right now, let's close these. It does it all automatically by itself, so you can change it every time, and it gives the result in a proper readable way. You can build all this out in make.com, but you're going to have one thing with one functionality, and it's going to suck. Okay, so it's going to be pretty limitless. So all we need to do is now update a couple of things. We're going to say define below, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to say, kind of like a chat module, like a GPT chat. What do we want to give us? We're going to give that number 1001 or the product number of any sort, and we just map it out by dragging this number through here. Okay, so just make sure I come to body, I come to order, and I drag it in through in here. And it needs to be expression, and it needs to be green. So that means it's good. And then we're just going to add a system message to it saying, you're a helpful assistant. You get given an order number. Check the status of the order in the Google Sheet. So just say it what I want. Okay, so great. We can actually test this again. That's what makes in so good. There's data there. Let's test this. Oh, and we can see there's an error. Other simple memory. Okay. We're gonna need to map some memory out initially, and all I'm gonna say in here. Now, when you make a call, you should have a call number in here which you can map out. However, I think there might be an IP address. Okay, we're just gonna hit this. Okay, so it's just a way of keeping track of the memory. So if I'm caller 1234, it will have 5 previous conversations of 12345 in the memory for the AI assistant. So if I ask what's the update of order 1001, it will know that what the order update is. If I say, sorry, I missed that, can you repeat that? It will remember that and then do it again for us from here. However, Highlevel will do that anyway, but that's just memory. Don't overthink memory. It just gives it a chance to remember previous things the caller said, but we need to link it somehow together. All right. So great, that didn't work. We can test it again. So in the long way, it does a big giant output that says you're a helpful assistant, and it goes and checks the sheet. And let me just move this over a little bit. It just says in here that the status of your order 101 is that it's shipped. It is for alpha product widgets, and that's what we have in here. Okay, so done. That's the basics of it, and it kind of works pretty well. Okay, so let's come back in here and leave this one in here. So, right, we have the ability to send data there. Now we need the ability to send the data back, and we are going to do, now you can do a bunch of different things here. I found that you can use webhook response. Let me just see if this works. I tried this last night and it did not work all that well. Response. Let's say this in here. We're gonna say JSON, and we're gonna say status. So all this means is we're gonna send it back with result.status, and result.status is gonna have a meaning of whatever the Chat GPT AI agent module is going to give us, and it's here on the side. We're going to just drag that across to the other side. So I'm going to go make sure it's on expression, and I'm going to hit this through in here. And you can see if we hit the test button, no, it does not like the JSON syntax. Okay. Give me a second here. I don't know what I just did wrong. Say test. Does that, so it must not like all the double quotations. It needs to escape it. It's all right. So to get away from that, I'm just going to delete that. I don't have to fix that, but I want to show you the easier way. Set fields. We're going to say it's manual mapping. It's going to be status, and we're just going to drag this value over here. All right. So kind of just doing it in a manual way. So it says we are assigning the variable status, whatever we get from the output from here. Okay, so we're going to get stuff, and it's going to do some stuff. We're going to send some stuff back. What should it send back? This from here. What should we name it? We should call it status. And just to show you, I'll just call this alt. Okay, so the test status alt. So now all we need to say here is what and when to respond. We're going to respond with the last module. And now we're going to just hit the test here again. And I'll just show you what all of that meant. So I'm going to hit test. I'm going to send it this number. All right. And then you get back details. You get result.alters back. That means it's the variable that it gets back. Now, here's the problem, Highlevel. Hopefully someone from Highlevel reads this back. This would be cool if it actually gave us the value of this. So this is the variable and such. However, if we don't get the value back from this, and when I tried setting this up, it would absolutely did my head in, because if we come back in here, you can see that result.alters actually has a value, okay? And forever it did my head in forever. Um, because I thought it's not getting this back. It's not getting the information back, but it actually does. Okay, it actually does. So we'll just go through this quickly. You can see that in here it got the query again, and then it goes through, sends it to our AI agent, it checks it up, it loads it into our memory, it then formats it into a human talkable language that gives us the result back. All right, so how do we put all this together? And then just have to save in there. Now I'm going to come back in here. Remember to tick this. Remember to tick this. Okay. I'm going to hit the save this part in here. Now you can build out your prompts as fancy as you want. At the end of the day, I only want to test if it can give us a call and make sure that it follows along on here. So give this a second to load. Obviously, beta, it takes a little while. By the way, make sure you check out my school community. But anyway, we'll get back to that. I'll leave the link down the bottom. Anyway, hit this in here, Control A, delete all this. We don't want to bother with this. And all I'm gonna say is, you are a helpful assistant. The user will ask for an update on their product once you, before you can do anything else, ask them for their product number. Once you get their product number, run the tool. I don't actually know if you have to say this in Highlevel, but this is what you have to say. And other that we won't mention voice AI systems. Once you get their product number, run the tool, check status. No, I was thinking you need to put it in these things, and then give them the result that you get back from what was that called? Where's the save button? I'm missing the save button. We'll try this, give them the result that you get back. If it doesn't work, you need to specify that, is it results dot? We'll try it without. Let's just try it without. Alright, let it load. Anyway, and like I said, check out my school group. Awesome, small, new, bunch of AI stuff. Sweet. So let me do this. And I type in my number. And then hopefully this still shows. Yeah. And make sure this is running. So it's waiting it in for some information, and we're gonna hit the call.
Hey, you have reached support. How can I help you today?
Hi, I just need an update on my product.
Sure thing. Could you please provide me with your product number?
It is 1004.
Please hold. Let me check the status of your order. Your order number 1004 has been shipped. It's for Delta Components. Anything else you need help with?
Awesome. Right. So it actually just works straight out of the box. I don't just about don't have anything more to say about that. How awesome. And how cool is that now that Highlevel has built this up for us? Now, you can add just about anything in here. So if I end this video here, it means I couldn't add the email tool. But let's go check out if we can actually make this into an email sending function. So let's think about this custom action. I'm going to save this one. Save. So cool about N8N. Select it, copy it, and I go to I always put this must delete after. So I'm going to come back here and I create a new one. And I'm just going to hit paste, drag this over. So what we are going to try to do is build out a emailing kind of function. So, hello, can you email David, the admin person, and tell him to do something? All right. So, right. To keep it very simple, I'm not going to make, now you can again make it look up your Gmail, your Google Sheets or your database, find David's email and send it to him. But we're just going to keep it easy where we're actually going to give the email address to it. So we're going to come back in here. We are going to come, okay, hit the save button. Can we hit back? Right. Anyway. So we're just going to go through writing an email sequence. And wow, the world is your oyster with this creativity. We can add a search module in here. We can add MCP to this. We can add other workflows to this. It can literally grow massively legs on it. This is just the basics. It's totally amazing. You can look up full RAG systems. If you have everything in Airtable, it can just search Airtable. Yeah. Anyway, can you add more than one custom action? That's actually a good point. We can. So this is going to be email stuff. So I'm going to go a little bit faster here. So when the user says he wants to email the staff member, ask him for the email address, subject, and the message you want to send. Please hold while I type out your email address and send your email. Please hold while I type out your email and send it. So we're going to hit the get request. We're going to come back in here. We're going to open this one. We're going to have that in there. We're also going to say immediately there so we can just test it in. And we're going to say paste that in there. Remember to fix the HTTP problem. And we're going to delete the header. This is going to be email. The email address they want to send the email to. We're going to select email, mark@gmail.com, and a parameter. This is going to be subject. The subject of the email the user want to use, string. meet me your information. Information. Sweet. And then this one is gonna be body. Hold on a second. Sorry, just got another call coming in. The email body the user want to use in his email address. Hi, Mark. Let's meet later this week. All right. Sweet. We have all this. So I'm just going to go a bit faster, less explanation. We're going to hit the test button to see if it gets this. We're going to say test. And this is actually a bad example because this can be a post rather than a get request. So I'm going to go through it. It should have been post. Should be a post request. But that's all right. Hold that thought. We will send something back just to prove the concept. Okay. Anyway, we got this. You can see in the query it's come through with email and that. So now we're gonna hit this up in here. We are gonna delete this one, and we're gonna add Gmail. Make sure you connect your Gmail. So kind of got all excited about this and didn't think about it. But anyway, 2, we're gonna make the AI decide. Subject, we're gonna make the AI decide. The message we want to send is gonna make the AI decide. Come through in here, and we're gonna say that you are a helpful assistant. Your task is to send an email. You receive a email address, subject, and message to send. Use the Gmail email to send it. Then see how this is read. It means it's not marked out. So on the side here, I was going to scroll through and I'm going to say the prompt is email to address is this. Oops, and hit the enter button in there. Email subject is, and email message is. All right, let's just say, come back in here. Let's just test this. There's no mark at Gmail, or I hope there's no mark at gmail.com. He's not gonna like this. Uh, shouldn't have had the test button. That's all right. We'll just come through here again. Test the webhook. Initialize the webhook. Yeah, it's just send that through. So that's all right. We got the data. Got that in there. And you can see in here when we hit the test now, it's actually going to try send an email. The email has been successfully sent to Mark. Hey, Mark, let's meet later this week. Okay, let's just do a little bit more with this. Let's see. All right, just bear with me. I'm on the fly with this. We don't just want to send an email to Mark. It's just still be a post request. It doesn't matter. So our results back is going to be the output in here. So kind of defines the purpose because it's either going to be email send or not. But this is what it will be able to send back to us. So anyway, we got this. We got this. We go say test the entire thing. You're gonna go test this again. In the real world, this will just be a post request. But I just want to show you how to add N8N to it, and it can do some good stuff with it. And we need to remember that the response should be from the last node finishes paulmark@gmail.com. It's probably just going to bounce a lot. I want that result.alt, okay? See, status.alt means I tick this one, hit the save button. Get request is kind of to get information back. So we're going to send information, and from that send information, we need to manipulate the information and then get something back. Whereas in emails, that doesn't really work. Okay, that's kind of not the function for that, but that's all right. Kind of just a proof of concept for it. So if the user says he wants to send an email, ask them for the email address they want to send the message to, then ask them for the subject, then ask them for the body message they want to say. Once you collected all of this, run the tool email staff and and staff give them the result back that you get. Save it. Pull this over here for a minute. Test this. So yes, put my number in. Just have a bit of a proof of concept. This is kind of not what a get one should be. Heaps of spelling mistakes in there too. So
Hey, you have support. How can I help you today?
hello, yeah, I meant to send Altus an email.
Sure thing. Could you please provide me with the email address you'd like to send it to?
It is altussnyman@gmail.com.
Great. What's the subject of the email?
Cool workflow.
Awesome. And what would you like the message to say?
I would just like to thank you very much for the awesome video and demonstration you made, and that I'm going to join your school community because you are great.
Please hold while I type out your email and send it. Your email has been successfully sent to altusanyman@gmail.com with the subject code workflow, and your message has been delivered. Anything else I can help you with?
No, thank you. Goodbye. And there you go. Email sent. As easy as that. Right? Code workflow. Awesome and works. I'm sure there's going to be more updates. I hope you found this video useful. I hope it's got some good information in there for you. I hope you follow my YouTube. I hope you come and join my cool school community. And I hope you build out a lot of awesome things with N8N. Get yourself um go get yourself that $3 a month. It doesn't come close to Mac.com. And you can now actually add a bunch of tools to it, and we can add the memory to it. So let's just come in here. Actually want to show you input, message, output. I would think that there is a number that you have called. Maybe it's because I didn't actually call, but I did the web call. But you should be able to recheck it. This brings up so much. Brings up so much queries. You can Google Map search this. You can search for the weather. You can give a weather update, coffee update. Search for things, add things. It's the possibility is absolutely open now. I think besides the voice AI, then they've brought in finally the booking system. This is the next big thing. So, thank you. Like, follow, subscribe. join the community, and we will talk to you soon.